All right, today we're pulling back the curtain on a massive industrial operation to find a hidden system that is, and I mean this, absolutely essential for success. It really is the unsung hero of the drilling world, and you're about to find out exactly what it is.
So, when you picture a drilling rig, what comes to mind? Probably that huge, towering derrick, the powerful drill, the crew working on the floor, right? But what's the one thing, the single most critical element, that keeps that entire, incredibly complex machine from just grinding to a halt?
Believe it or not, it's the mud. The humble, often completely overlooked drilling mud. Well, to be more precise, it's the super sophisticated system that manages that mud. This fluid is literally the key to everything, and we're going to dive into why.
So let's get right into it with our first section, a rig's lifeblood. To really get how important this is, you got to stop thinking of the rig as just a machine. Instead, picture it like a living body with its own circulatory system. That's exactly what the drilling fluid management system is. It's the rig's circulatory system. Its job is to pump the lifeblood, that drilling mud, thousands of feet down the hole and then bring it all the way back up again, keeping the entire operation alive and well.
And you know, a healthy circulatory system delivers some incredible benefits. A clean, well-managed fluid helps you drill faster, it keeps the hole you're drilling from caving in, it makes that very expensive drill bit last longer, and it boosts the life of all the equipment. It's not just some support system, it's a genuine performance multiplier.
Okay, but it's not all smooth sailing. As this lifeblood circulates, it picks up stuff, unwanted stuff. And this creates a huge problem that the system has to solve, constantly. This brings us to Section 2, the unwanted passengers. So as that drill is just grinding away at rock and earth, it creates all this debris. We're talking tiny little rock chips called drill cuttings. And these get mixed right into the mud, totally contaminating it. If you don't do anything about it, these contaminants would turn the rig's lifeblood into this thick, abrasive, and pretty useless sludge.
And just like clogged arteries in a body, contaminated mud is a complete disaster. It can lead to the drill pipe getting stuck deep underground, which is a nightmare. It causes expensive equipment to wear out and break down. It can even lead to fines for environmental issues. It's basically a recipe for operational and financial failure.
So how does the system fight back? Well, that's Section 3, the cleaning gauntlet. It basically sends the mud through this intense, multi-stage process designed to purify it before it makes its next trip down the hole.
Okay, so the journey begins at the shale shakers. Think of these as high-tech sieves that vibrate like crazy to shake out the biggest rock chips. From there, the mud flows into what are called hydrocyclones, things like desanders and desilters, which spin the fluid at super high speed to force out smaller sand and silt particles. And then, for the final polish, it goes into a centrifuge to get rid of the absolute finest microscopic solids.
And you can see right here just how specialized each piece of this equipment is. I mean, to put this in perspective, a single human hair is about 70 microns thick, so the shell shaker gets anything bigger than that. Then the desander and desilter take care of the smaller stuff. But look at the centrifuge. It's so powerful it can pull out solids as tiny as 2 microns. It's just an incredibly efficient step-by-step process.
And of course, other pieces play a huge part. The mud pumps, they're the heart of the operation, driving that whole circulation. And the degassers act like the lungs, removing dangerous gas bubbles that the mud can pick up from deep underground. It all works together, you know? It's one big, integrated, life-sustaining system.
Now, this isn't just about cool engineering. It's about a serious financial impact. And that brings us to Section 4, from mud to money.
And that right there is the key takeaway. This system isn't a cost center, it's a profit driver. When you manage it the right way, this system saves a ton of money.
First, just look at reuse. Drilling fluid itself is really expensive. A good system can recover and recycle somewhere between 70 and 85% of it. That drastically cuts down on how much new fluid you have to buy and how much waste you have to get rid of.
Second, the equipment life. Running clean, properly conditioned mud through your pumps can extend their service life by 40 to 60%. That means fewer repairs, less downtime, and way lower maintenance budgets. So, you add it all up, and the value becomes crystal clear. When a company invests in a modern automated fluid management system, they usually see a full return on that investment in just 18 to 24 months. I mean, that is a remarkably fast payback for such critical infrastructure. But the technology isn't just standing still.
Let's move to our final section. Number 5, the future is automated. The next big step is all about data and remote control. And the difference between the old way and the new way is just stark. Before, you had to have people right there on the rig, physically taking manual readings. Now, remote monitoring gives experts 24/7 oversight from a central control room hundreds of miles away. This completely shifts the approach from reacting to problems to actually predicting them.
And this is what's making the system so much smarter. Real-time analytics can predict a pump failure before it even happens. Automated systems can inject the perfect amount of chemicals needed, which reduces waste and human error. And cloud dashboards give everyone, from the engineer to the executive, a complete picture of the system's health at a single glance.
So the next time you see a drilling rig, remember this. While the big drill gets all the glory, it's that hidden circulatory system, the fluid management system, that's truly keeping the whole operation alive. It cleans, it cools, and it powers the entire process. It is the quiet hero, making sure everything runs safely, efficiently, and of course, profitably.